Hello children, welcome to my channel. So let's start with the first topic of physics, which is nothing but light. So in light, we'll study about reflection of light and refraction of light. So children, just make an observation. You're able to see me right now on this video in this class of mine. So you're able to see me on your cell phone, on the screen, and maybe if you're watching me on the desktop, then you'll be able to view this video of mine. So just think, reason out that how you're able to see me. So just think for yourself and reason out. Try to use logic, because when you ask questions to yourself, how and why, then science will definitely answer these questions, and learning science then becomes very easy. So now I have something in my hand. This is nothing but the lens cap of my camera. So now I will cover this lens. So are you all able to see me now? And now I will remove it. So now you are able to see me clearly, right? So you're able to see me. The reason is because this room is bright. There's a lot of light inside this room. There's natural sunlight in this room. And there's a wide window on my right with something transparent, which is nothing but glass. Glass is transparent. So it's allowing light to pass inside this room, and that's how it has brightened this room and we're able to see. So when I closed the lens of the camera, the light entering into the camera, into the lens, was blocked. So there was no light coming in, and that's why you couldn't see anything. So just think, children, the lens of this camera, of my camera, is just like the human eye. So our eyes also is actually a lens. So the camera lens is also, it behaves like a human eye. So when the light is obstructed, it is not allowed to enter into the human eye, then we cannot see anything, right? So during the daytime, we are able to see everything around us. And during night time, when we switch off the light in a room, we cannot see anything. It's completely dark. When we go to sleep, we switch off all the light. So ask this question, that why we are not able to see anything. The reason is because of light. So light helps us to see things. And how? Let's understand this. So light, it falls on an object, like for example me. So there's a big window on my right. There's light coming in through the glass, which is transparent. Light is coming in and it's getting reflected. So light hits on me, I'm an object, and it gets reflected. And when it gets reflected, this light enters into the human eye, and that is how I can be seen. So in this case, it's my camera and the lens. So when the light is obstructed, you cannot see anything. But here, me as an example, I'm an object. Light coming in, it hits on the object. I'm an object. It gets reflected. It enters into the human eye. The human eye is a lens, and that is how you're able to see things around us. So there are so many examples that I can state of light phenomena, like the twinkling of stars in the night, which we all have seen, and also during a sunny and a rainy day, the rainbow that we see is just because of light phenomena. Also mirrors that we use, everybody looks into the mirror once at least during the day. So remember, the mirror is just because of the light phenomena, and there are so many other things that we use. So you can see how important light is Without light, we will not be able to see, because light, it hits on the object, it gets reflected, light enters into our eyes, and that is how we can see things around us. So just make an observation now. Light is coming in from this side, from my right side. So you can see that this portion is very bright. And you can see my left side is slightly dark. So there's a shadow that is falling on my left side. There's a big window here. There's a lot of bright sunlight coming in and hitting this right side portion of my face, light getting reflected. This portion looks bright and this portion is having a shadow. So let's reason out and think. So this is an observation that you're making right now. So let's understand this. So let's make this small observation. I am using the torch of my mobile and I've placed a white paper on the board. So light is falling on the paper and you can see there is shadow that is falling on the paper. So the light, the torch from my mobile, the light is falling on the paper and I've placed my finger and you can see clearly there's a shadow on the paper. So let's make another observation. I'll change my position. I'll stand this way. So now there's a lot of light falling on my back and there is shadow falling on my front side. So just reason out and think. The reason is because light travels in a straight line. So light travels in a straight line. So I'm an object, I'm opaque, light is obstructed from passing through me and that is why a shadow is formed. So light travels in a straight path. So make these observations when an opaque object obstructs light from passing, then there's a shadow that is formed. And this proves that light travels in a straight path. So consider this to be the plane of the mirror and light strikes the plane and then it gets reflected. So this is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray. So let's draw a normal to this plane. So normal is nothing but it makes a 90-degree angle with the plane of the surface. So this is the normal. So this is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of reflection. So according to the law of reflection, let's recall it and it's like a revision for you all. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Also, second law, the incident ray, the normal at the point of incidence and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. So just remember this, it's the same plane. For example, in this board, I have drawn the diagram. So this is a plane. So the incident ray, the normal at the point of incidence and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. So let us understand the image formed in a mirror. So the image formed in the mirror, like we see our face every day in the mirror, right? So keep these things in mind that the image is virtual and erect. Virtual in the sense we can't touch it, it can be seen, that is the meaning of virtual. It can be seen but it cannot be felt or touched, the image. If you try to touch it, you are touching the mirror. So that is the meaning of virtual, you can only see it, you can't feel or touch it. The image is virtual and it is erect. Erect in the sense when I stand in front of the mirror, I don't see myself upside down Oh, I don't see myself that I have a big head or a small head or big hands. The way I'm presented in the same way in front of the mirror. So it is erect. Just the way I'm standing, I look the same into the mirror. The same image is being given. So the image formed by a plane mirror, remember it's plane mirror, it is virtual and it is erect. And the size of the image is same as the size of the object. Now, if I stand in front of the mirror, the way I look, like the same size I will appear in the image, right? So the size remains the same. Also the distance. If you stand in front of the mirror, like around 1 meter distance, then the image also that is formed in the mirror is 1 meter away. So these are the three things. And the fourth point is little interesting. So perform an activity. Take a piece of paper and write your name on it. Take a plain paper and hold it and stand in front of the mirror. So you will observe that it is laterally inverted. Suppose you write your name on a piece of paper and hold it in front of the mirror. Your name will appear differently. So the image is laterally inverted. The image formed in front of the mirror is laterally inverted. Now what is laterally? Lateral is like this and horizontal. This is horizontal and this is lateral. So the image is laterally inverted. Now perform this activity and you all will understand what is the meaning of laterally inverted. And another best example that I can give you all is make this observation. How ambulance is written on the ambulance vehicle. It is a mirror image, right? So just see how. So this is the mirror image, laterally inverted, where ambulance is written in such a way so that when it is viewed, suppose you are driving your car or riding a vehicle, then when you see it in the mirror, in your vehicle mirror, it should appear like this. So when it is written laterally inverted, then you will see it correctly in your mirror. So another observation we'll make. So take a spoon and hold it in front of you and just observe your face in it, the image, and just keep moving it away from you and near you, and just keep observing how the image changes, right? Make this observation and now turn the spoon and hold it like this. So this is the curved portion of the spoon, so hold it this way and now just keep observing your face in front of it. So make these observations. So this is nothing but the best example of a curved surface. So like spherical mirrors. So when you hold it this way, it is curved inside. So it is like this, right? It's like this, the spoon. So this is nothing but a concave mirror. And when it is reversed in the other direction like this, then it is convex. So now we have got a brief understanding of light, of reflection, and also about plane mirror and spherical mirror. Just a brief understanding what is a convex and a concave mirror. So in our next class, we'll study in depth, in detail about spherical mirrors. So I'll see you all in my next class. So subscribe to my channel and stay updated.